cannot wait for this session. I'm actually very excited for this, and hopefully I will get lots of fish on this session and you'll get to see a lot of my fishing and different ways of doing it, but I can't wait for it. Come on the carp, I can't wait for you to see where it is. So then, I'm down here on the lake now. Obviously, we just popped into the shop. I've got some ground bait, and I've also got a few rigs. Obviously, I'm down at Todber Manor. I'm on White Post today, and fingers crossed we'll get a few fish. Obviously, it's one of their match lakes, and I've come here today as I want a few fish and just a little bit of fun. Obviously, there's loads of lakes on their complex, and it is an amazing place, and I can't wait to get fishing today. So let's get some ground bait mixed up and get to fishing. Fingers crossed for a few fish. Come on. So then, I was just about to get some cool shots of the rods, and this rod was ripped off. Honestly, the rod was out for no longer than 5 minutes. And yeah, it's a small fish, but look, that's what I came here to do. I just want a few fish today, and to get a fish early days, I'm quite happy, and fingers crossed there'll be loads more to come, and some more bukes like this. Let's get her back, and hopefully get a few more. Come on. So then I'm fishing today quite differently to how I'd usually fish. I'm fishing on a method feeder today, but down here, that's the best thing to do. And as you've just seen, it does get the bites. So just keep it feeding little and often, and fingers crossed you'll get a few fish. I'm quite happy. I've already got one. I know down here that you don't need to be getting all your big carp rods out. And you don't have to do this, you don't have to do that. It's nice to just come down here for the day with a smaller rod and give it a go. It's great fun and you will catch many fish, but fingers crossed I'll get a few more, and it is nice to hear those bite alarms rip off again, since I've not heard that since back in November. So fingers crossed we'll get a few more fish today. Then I was not expecting this on my other rod. I've actually put out a rod with a spinner rig on, with a nice little squid pop up, and I've actually caught one on it. I was not expecting it, but what a screamer. Let's get this fish in. Come on. So then, second fish. I know it's not very big, but I'm still getting in the lake for it because it's a beaut, and there isn't very many fish in here of this size. So for this lake, yeah, this is one of the bigger fish, but an absolute beautiful fish it is. A big mouth on it, and also it picked up something I didn't think I was going to catch on today. So thank you very much, mate. So then I've only just slipped that fish back and the other rod's away. Spot on. I mean, I wasn't expecting it to be this active, but I'm not complaining. A good comeback for 2024, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. What a lovely little fully scaled mirror this is. I can't believe it. Fish number 3 within probably about 15 minutes, and I'm loving it. Let's get this fish back and get both the rods out, because neither of them are out at the minute. But thank you very much, mate, Mr. Flappy. The rod has screamed off. Come on, these carp are on it today. First common of the day, and it is a little baby. But as I was getting this one into the net, my other rod has ripped off with this absolutely beautiful mirror. What an amazing colour there is on that fish. And fish number 5 this is, and he wants to have a cuddle. But what an amazing little fish that is. Come on the carp, and come on, let's get him back. So on the 21st of January, it was a Sunday night, it was dark, it was cold, and I set off to go to Crockerton for the night, and I thought, all this weather, maybe I can have a few fish. Obviously there was crazy gusts of wind when I was trying to set up, and the bivvy was a nightmare to get up. Trying to set up really was hard, and I was struggling quite a lot. I had to get a bit of help to get everything set up, and you could hear the wind, and I thought maybe that'll put the fish back on. Obviously the lake had just been frozen over and it had only just cleared up, so the fish are obviously quite in a way, and I thought that this would be absolutely fine and I'd catch a few fish. Sadly, that was a very quiet night, and I did get a few knocks in the first 2 hours of having my rods out, but you're not always going to catch fish. That's not always the way that it goes, and that's just the way it is. But it was great to be out again, and it was a nice awakening from Gary. I do have a fish, guys, so I'll have to get back to you in a minute. So then I'm out here and all set up now. I've got the rods out nicely, got a little bit of bait over the top. I did have a few knocks earlier on. And fingers crossed for that fish during the night. It's probably about midnight now, but I'm going to get my head down. But I was about to say, got this light for Christmas, absolutely spot on. Keeps the bivvy nice and light. There's not too much light to keep me awake. But come on the carp, fingers crossed for one tonight. So then it was absolutely lovely to be woken up by Gary in the morning, although he didn't leave me alone for the rest of the session whilst I was there. Crockerton is quite hard going, but it's a great venue, and it did look absolutely beautiful in the morning. But it did start raining and the wind got worse again. But I waited out the day, but sadly no fish were caught, so I definitely will be going back there soon, and I will get the fish that I'm after, and hopefully it'll be a new PB. And thanks Gary for trying to steal my crocs. So then, here we are, back into this session. Although changing baits is always one of my best tips to give anyone, I tried changing baits and nothing worked, sadly. But hopefully we'll go there again soon and we'll catch something. But here we are now, down at Todber Manor on White Post, and we're doing alright, and we're getting January into the full swing with this winter fishing, and I'm loving it. Come on. So then, another little beautiful fish, number 6. I'm loving it, but I am very tired now. So we'll get this one back, sit it out for a little bit longer, and then we'll head home. But what a day it's been. It's not even been a day, it's been a couple of hours. But it's been a great couple of hours, and I've really enjoyed it, and I hope you guys really enjoy this video too. Come on the carp. So then, what a session that was, ending it on 6 fish and losing 1. It's not too bad, I don't think, although I only came up for a few hours. I really enjoyed it. I hope you guys really enjoy this video. Make sure to keep looking out for our new ones, and we're putting shorts up as often as possible. Make sure to look out for them. Thank you for watching, guys, and make sure to like and subscribe. tight lines and keep catching.